Now, I'd like to invite Joe. Joe is here. Joe, where are you? Here he is. Joe is going to give a witness. And how, Joe, have you been impacted? How have you been impacted by your encounter with Christ and your engagement here at Notre Dame? What has it done for you?
I've been with Notre Dame for since 2017. But before that, I was in the military for 27 years, and we moved 18 times. So with each and every one of those, a new parish, and I can tell you from the experience with those parishes, this parish is on fire. There's just nothing like it that I've ever seen in terms of the offerings, the depth of ministry, the hospitality. It's wonderful. But more to a personal statement, how it's affected me is really through three things, really: listening, proclaiming, and living. And what I mean by that is, I started here as a listener, and what that means is, I came to church and I listened. I went to Cornerstone and I listened. I took that nourishment. I went to Alpha and I listened. But then what happened was I realized that my responsibility was greater than that. I needed to proclaim. I needed to serve. So I decided to start leading in those ministries, and even beyond that, even beyond the walls of the church. And I'm just finding now that through those two things, I am so fortified in my faith that I am living the gospel every single day. Every single day, I am living it. It's in front of me. So that's how it's impacted me, Father.
Thank you, Joe, very, very much. Thanks. And now I know I have Elizabeth. I know you're here. Elizabeth is one of the teenagers who meet every Sunday evening. And as I said, I'm inspired by this new community within the great community of Notre Dame. So Elizabeth, how have you experienced, or how have you encountered Christ? How have you been impacted by that encounter? How have you changed? And how have you been inspired by your gathering at youth ministry?
Well, I think that the readings go perfectly with what I was going to say today, because 1 Peter, Father Patty was saying how when the church community was walking not in step with the rest of the world, they needed something to cling on to Christ. And for me, that is our youth ministry, because especially being a high schooler nowadays, there's a lot of ways that the world that I go into during the week is so much not in step with Christ. And so I'm challenged in order to keep living a life faithfully. And here at Notre Dame, I'm able to cling to Christ because of the community that we have, because of all the core team, because of Q, because of Father Alex, because of the people that show me every week that there are more people in the world who love Christ like I do, and show me every day a way to hold on to his teachings and how to live a life changed by him. And I have some of my best friends here. Even like Friday, I hung out with a bunch of the people who are here because we really do want to be here. And it's a community unlike anything I've ever experienced, because it's everyone who's like-minded, who wants to follow Christ, and is here because they love him and because we love each other. And it's so weird. We always talk about it, how even we only see each other once a week, maybe a couple other times if we hang out, but they're some of my best friends even after only a couple of months, because of a way that a community like this fosters fellowship and connection so readily and easily. It's my favorite part of the week, coming here after Mass at 6 p.m. I'm just so grateful for the church, for the way that they've been breathed life into that ministry, and the way the Holy Spirit has also been with us every step of the way.
Thank you, Elizabeth.